And we are live. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the Fishin Pond. If I have a squeaking noise or where you can't hear me, just let me know. I'll go back out and come in. Working on an older laptop, sometimes it does it to me. Sometimes it doesn't. I want to welcome you in as I see you come in. Ernie Brown. Hello, Ernie, my good friend. Fins. Also, my good friend. I seen you yesterday fishing out of that house. I don't believe I've ever saw anybody standing in the lake in a house fishing out of a window before. It made for a good video. I want to welcome everybody that's in the background listening. Hello, Backlash. Welcome. Glad to have you in. I want to mention, I believe that I heard that Two Stands is under the weather a little bit. I don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I heard. So we want to send prayers to him. And also Elizabella Kirkpatrick Thomas from the Angerholics. She has been in the hospital and is not feeling well. I want to send prayers to her and good thoughts. And if anybody in the community is not feeling well and sick that you know about, unspoken good thoughts and prayers for them as well. That I'm not aware of. So I hope those folks get to feeling better and get back on the mend and get back to doing the things that they enjoy doing. Okay, we're killing a little time today. We just want to come on Monday, shoot the breeze a little bit before Catfish Weekly comes on. We're gonna stay on till about 10 minutes to 7, then we're gonna shut it down and get over and watch time to watch Chad and Lyle on Catfish Weekly. So I'm give an update on my health. I had pneumonia last week, the beginning. I'm back to normal, feeling good. So appreciate all the thoughts and prayers for that. We caught it extremely early, and I'm back to feeling 100%. So hadn't been doing a whole lot. Hadn't been fishing with Easter weekend and everything going on. But we are still planning on trying to go. I have a trip coming up here that we're going to be doing some traveling. That's going to take up 4 or 5 days, but I have spent today working on YouTube stuff. I think I spend more time working on graphics than I do anything else. So when you do video game stuff like I do, and one of the things that I do, you have to do a lot of photographing in game to stay away from copyrights and issues, and I have been editing and doing cutouts on in-game photographs today for the channel. I did not. That is on the 26th. They're going to go in and break them up with a laser on the 26th. So that's going to be next on the agenda. I'm looking forward to getting that taken care of. So at least he's taking them out, and I'm not going to have to suffer with it when they get ready to pass. I'm going to have a new series coming out on the gaming portion. I have recorded episode 1. It is going to be realistic gaming, more of a realistic version of the video gaming than I do on the lives or the shorts. So I have episode 1 recorded, and we're going to put that up here in a few days, probably sometime next week. I've got live streams today, tomorrow, and Thursday. If you've not joined my live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I ask that you do so. I will do it, Ernie. I'll email it to you. I will be doing some gaming live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays of this week, tomorrow and Thursday. I think we're going to do, I think I'm going to play poker tomorrow. Texas Hold'em. Sit around, play cards, and visit with y'all. That'll be at 1 o'clock tomorrow and 1 o'clock on Thursday as well, Central Standard. I seen Ernie was live this morning for a little while. I say a little while, 7 hours. I was watching Hog Leg. Ernie went live afterwards. So I sat here and watched YouTube and worked on YouTube. All right, so who's got a fish story other than my buddy fishing out of a window in a flooded house? I got to tell you, I think that's probably the first time that I've seen that happen. I know 8 hours. 8 hours, or almost 8 hours, Ernie. Boy, you wasn't kidding when you said you was going to get on there for a little while, was you? Well, I'm not very good at the Texas Hold'em. I'm not a real big poker player. It's something new that I'm doing for the channel. It's kind of a sit back and relax and play cards where I can spend a little more time chatting with everybody and not have to pay attention to what I'm doing so much on the game. Somebody else threw their phone in the lake. That was Chad. Dropped his in the lake yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I'm going to drop this link. Anybody want to come up? Come on up, talk about your channel, talk about yourself. Well, that's good. You need a day's rest. There's nothing wrong with having a day off rest. You probably could use one more often. Give yourself a chance to rest up, get over some of those aches and pains, Ernie. Well, yeah, I understand. Well, I sit probably more than you do. Means I can't walk. I got you beat in that respect. Yeah. Well, the weather's nice here. It's getting better all the time. I should be able to do a little fishing soon. Ooh, I just hadn't. Timing's just been bad. Yeah. Well, I got the same problem. Yeah, I win that. You're right. I got back issues too, but I think a lot of mine was before I found about these kidney stones. Johnny Small Pepper. Hello, Johnny Small Pepper. Nice to have you in, sir. We just shoot the breeze a little bit before Catfish Weekly comes on, killing a little time. I think Mr. Chad Fields dropped his phone in the lake. I think that's what I heard. Every time that man goes fishing, something happens. He either throws Uncle Lou Rod in the lake or a phone or something. He needs to start tying a string on that stuff. Well, I can't eat them hot peppers. I ain't gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna mess with them hot peppers. Mm-mm. $23 or $24 ghost peppers. You got to be kidding. Golly, it's one of your stomach is not eat in two. Did you? I didn't get to watch all that. Did you catch anything out of that house, or was you just fishing? 24 ghost peppers. My. I don't see how y'all eat that many peppers. I'd be over to the hospital. Natural. Did was you fishing with jigs that whole time? You catch it on a certain color? When you was out there in that fishing in that house? That water must have been awful low because last time I saw you fishing on that house, it's almost up to the top. Purple and chartreuse. Yeah. Yep. That's a good muddy water color. It sure is. They like it black and chartreuse over here at this Louisville lake. I'll probably catch more on that than I do anything else. This water over here is kind of dirty looking too. Of course, I couldn't tell you what they buy it on now because I hadn't been over there, but just been bad timing. We're ready to go. It's just been bad timing. Either the weather's been off, or we've had a weekend or something going on, or I was not feeling good or something. But we gonna go. Really. They just flooded them, I guess. Well, I know when they built Lake Whitney here in Texas that they flooded a bunch of those. Well, there's a couple of small towns they flooded out when they built that. Bought up property and flooded it out. I don't think they knocked that stuff down either. I think they just flooded it. Yeah, I just don't see how you could eat that many peppers. My God. I just about late getting up here. I had to mess with the dog. The dog didn't want to do what she's supposed to do. Tell her to come in the house. She looks at me like I fell off out of a tree somewhere. Yeah, that's hot. That is real hot. That's a lot of them too. I don't think it. I'm not sure that I've ever eaten ghost pepper. And I'm 50 years old, so that'll tell you I don't eat much hot stuff. I need to go do me some crappie fishing. Been so long since I caught a fish, I'll probably get a hit on a jig and freeze. Yeah. Well, I'll eat jalapenos a little bit, but they're pickled. Uh, I'll eat they're not really hot. Every once in a while I'll eat a jalapeno cheeseburger, but they're not really hot peppers. Yeah, we're gonna play a little poker on Tuesday, and then maybe Thursday. I don't know what we're gonna do Thursday. I hadn't decided yet. Might play a little hunting game. I don't know. I hadn't really decided yet. I'm gonna periodically drop the link. Somebody wants to come on. If you don't, that's okay too. We're just killing a little time. Got a little time on Monday evening between shows. My wife going to choir practice, so I got a little time to kill. I bet I edited and cut out 50 or 60 graphics today. Good grief. Good thing about it is once I get them edited, I can use them in different places. Don R. Hello, Don. Thanks for coming, Johnny. You better go get you a drink of water after eating all them peppers. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm good, Don. How are you? I just killing a little bit of time. Doing a little talking. Doing a little visiting. If you stay around a little while, I may do a little line before it's over with. I couldn't believe Ernie stayed on 7 hours. I turned that on this morning and listened to it for a little while and had to do some other stuff. And I went back to it and it said still live. And I'm like, oh, come on, that's got to be wrong. 7 hours. Yeah. That's me. Bunch of time today working on graphics and things and killing some time. And I'm tired of working on graphics, I got to tell you. I'm going to try to, I don't know if you heard me or not, I'm going to try to do a poker game tomorrow. I'm just going to kill a little time. Yeah, I have the same problem, Ernie. Sometimes I have it so bad I have to just shut it down for the day too, but not too often here lately. The wintertime hurts me more than anything. The cold weather hurts me. If I can stay in the warmer, in the warmer climates here, not too bad, but in the cold time, no, can't hang. Can't hang. Mark's gonna have his. I guess they're gonna talk about the Size Matters tournament tonight on catfish and crappie. That ought to be interesting. And I think Danny Stone is going to be on Catfish Weekly. Yeah, I've got to go get that thing taken care of on 26th, and I got to go back for X-rays and to see if they got them. And that doctor's office does not get in a rush over there. I think you got too many patients. Danny Stone's going to be on Catfish Weekly tonight. That ought to be interesting. See who's going to. I don't know if they're going to decide who's going to be in the crappie tournament, or are they just talking about it, or how it's going to work, or what. I'm going to try to get in one of them things one of these days. Things get a little more wired out for me. I'd like to do a live or two on the water before I do one, because I've never tested my equipment out. I'd like to get out there and do a live or two before I try to do a fishing tournament. I don't know how long it'll be. 8 hours is kind of a long time for me to stay in the buggy, so to speak. But we'll make a run at it. We will make a run at it. Well, what's everybody been up to? Other than dodging the weather and dodging the aches and pains like me and Ernie. Well, I tell you what, between you and me and Ernie, I tell you what, we are kind of a crew. You're charging your spinal stimulator. I had to charge my wheelchair at night. If electricity was to go out, we'd be in serious trouble, wouldn't we, Don? I have a guest.
Hey, had to do a few things.
Hey, hello, Ernie.
Hey. I'm gonna have a bunch of this crap come in here now. Computer running slow.
Let me turn you up a little bit. Well, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Let me check the volume on this.
I turned you up some.
Everything looks okay. Oh, okay. Thought it was
I had to turn down. I seen you on there for 7 hours. I'm like, golly.
When you go to hurting and stuff in the morning, I had plans, but kind of fell through. It ain't so much of my back. It was raining. I needed the stuff the guy was bringing me, but he can't do the road and it raining. I understand that. So that scratched that off, and I plumb forgot about my 2 new tires for my truck this morning. I didn't call them till late this evening and still didn't get no answer.
Yeah, I got to go we got to go have the oil change in the old van. I'm going to go. Wife's taking a trip. I'm going to go with her. And we're going to be gone 4 or 5 days here. I got to go. We're going to breeze through Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas, back to Dallas. So she's going to some sort of concert.
Yeah, I took and registered to win Ted Nugent tickets here in Columbus, and then I registered to win tickets to every show that come into Kimbra, or something like that in Columbus. It ain't like I'm going to go, but they make good gifts.
Yeah, she's going to show, and I think some of her friends is going to be there. And I've got a couple of friends that I went to school with, and I'm going to go. Well, one friend that I went to school with. I'm going to go spend a little time hanging out with him a little while she's gone.
I'm in trouble. Here comes Mama. I figured I was in trouble. Oh, Troy's live. She said, "Hello, Troy."
Hello, Chrissy. How you doing?
She's been all day without her oxygen, pretty much, and she's off of it right now. She come walk there. She had to stop for a minute, but she's been doing good. Oh, no blood clot. No blood clot in her lung. No permanent heart damage or lung damage. She went the other day. She walked out to the truck. We drove over a little over 30 miles before she put oxygen on. And she's been pretty much trying to do without it during the day, but in the evening she's got to have it. What? She said she felt like she's strangling right now. She said the last time she felt like that, she had a blood clot. So I just wondered if now if the X-rays come back perfect,
Well, I got to tell you, I got feeling bad last week, and I wasn't feeling good, and I short of breath. And of course, I didn't really pay much attention to it. And my wife kept saying, you're short of breath. You're too short of breath. And she kept on and on with me till I finally she wanted me to go to the hospital. And come on, I ain't going to no hospital. And but she finally stayed on top of me until I finally just had to go. And then he's like, well, you got the beginning of pneumonia. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
He's like, yeah. He said, you got the beginning of pneumonia. And I'm like, well, that explains why I'm short of breath.
Don R said hello. She said hello. Yeah, I'm bullheaded like you. I won't go.
Yeah.
6 hours to sit over there, even though I'm hurting so bad, I cry. That I know what they're going to say. They assume that you're a drug addict because you're there, because you want pain medicine. And if they look at my chart, they can see that I'm not there every night. I mean, I
Yeah.
might go once every 5-10 years for pain.
Well,
I mean,
of course, everything goes awry on the weekend.
yeah.
And of course it's Saturday, and I sure didn't want to go over and spend all day Saturday there at the emergency room. But anyway, she finally got me to go, but I don't ever really get sick. I've been sick more here lately with the pneumonia and these kidney stones, and I've been in 3 or 4 years. But it's been that's what's kind of holding me up from really getting to do anything. Like I said, he don't want me doing a whole lot until he does his procedure, I guess. I think Ernie froze. Did you freeze, Ernie? Yep. We lost Ernie. All right, well, y'all back to looking at my ugly mug. I'm gonna drop the link again. Somebody wants to come up. Ernie wants to come back up. I got about 40 minutes to kill, and I'm gonna go eat supper. I have been on a diet, and I will be ready to eat at 6 o'clock. I have my brother and his wife, they sell Herbalife. And I've been on Herbalife for about 2 weeks now. And I'm losing. But at 6 o'clock, I'm ready to eat. Or 7 o'clock, rather, I'm ready to eat. I'd like to lose about 50, 60 pounds. I'm going to have baked chicken tonight. And that's probably going to be the best baked chicken I've ever eaten in the last 6 months. Because after you drink 2 protein shakes for lunch, one for lunch and one for breakfast, you're ready to eat at the evening time. Well, I think Don, I think I was having that too. I think that's why I was having such a hard time. I think I had a lot of fluid on me too from getting that pneumonia. Cause when that joker put me on them pills, I stayed in the bathroom for about the first day and night. In fact, because I had to get up, couldn't even sleep. So I think I had some water buildup too. And I think that's a lot of the problem. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she gets to feeling better. Y'all take it easy. It's always something, isn't it? Okay, Ernie's trying to come back in. Let's see if we can get him back up here. There he is.
There we go. Lost internet on this old laptop.
I got the same problem. My internet's old. I mean, my laptop's old. It's slow. It's slow loading people in, but it works.
I'll bet mine's done something yours ain't never done, and that's took a coffee bath.
Well, no, mine hadn't done that.
I lost the delete button, a few numbers, but it still works.
Yeah, mine does too. And you know, of course, mine still makes videos. It's a little slow, but loading up and everything. I'm gonna have some new videos come out. I'm gonna have some more realistic videos come out. I'm trying to make better videos. You know, I hadn't been doing YouTube about 5 months, and before I ever done a YouTube thing, I didn't know how to make a video. I know nothing about it.
I still don't.
Well, I've got one made. It's kind of along the lines of a realistic fishing trip. So we're gonna see what everybody thinks about it. But I kind of enjoy doing the lives. The videos they get some views, but the lives really get more views for me than the videos do.
Yeah.
I just kind of like visiting with everybody. That's why I do the lives. I like to do the lives.
I hope things get better, Don.
Yeah, you see, his wife feeling under the weather. I think that's what happened to me. I think I had a little fluid retention. Because when I come back from the doctor's office, boy, I tell you what, I stayed up that night from the hospital. I couldn't even sleep. I had stayed in the bathroom all the time.
Yeah, Krista takes water pills. She had that knee replacement years ago, and her legs stay swelled up once in a while.
Yeah,
she takes water pills. I drink so
mine
much
stays full up
coffee.
too. Sitting in a wheelchair does it to me.
Yeah, if I sat around, my ankles and stuff swell.
Oh yeah, I got the same problem. It's hard to get old, isn't it, Ernie?
Yep. Yeah, I just keep going.
But I guess ain't one way to beat it, and that's die young, and we don't want to do that.
No, I got another laptop over here. I need to get a case for. It's a Dell laptop. This is a Dell. I got to thinking maybe I can take the guts out of one and put in the other, but the other one just needs a new case, a new lid for it. I mean, it's an older one, but it still works.
How's the weather been up there, Ernie?
Hot, cold. Today it says 43 on here, and it's been raining all day.
I've been running the air conditioning of an evening and at night, and get up in the morning and have to turn on the heater. My light bill has just been up and down. Good grief.
Yep.
1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold.
I got a buddy heater running in the bedroom with a fan going. It keeps it circulating the heat, and it stays a little warm in there.
Don, what we need to do is we need to find a doctor that does examinations on the bank. Because I got the same problem. I've been spending more time with the doctor than I have been fishing. And it's just been bad timing all the way around for me.
Yep. Well, I got a shocker in my life. It took me over a year to figure it out. But I was joking around with the doctor once before about being a sponsor. Well, I mentioned it to him again this past fall and everything, and he ended up nursing it. He said, "What do you need?" He said, "Never mind that." He says, "I'll get my email and give it to you." Well, he gave me his email. I just let it go at that. I thought he just wanted to mess around and talk a little bit online through email. And shoot, I got on Facebook, and there was a guy over there does them dirt track cars. He had two small coupes, and on the side of it was my doctor. I was like, wow, he guess he was serious. So I sent him an email saying, well, fishing season's coming up and everything. I said, I hope I do good this year. He goes, well, just let me know what you need. I was like, wow, he was serious. So I figured,
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine that does. He makes jigs and bass worms, and well, it makes crappie jigs, pours plastics. I need to get him on the show. He asked me, wonder if I want to come on the show sometime, and I told him I did, and I got to feeling bad. But I need to get him on here sometime. He pours some great crappie jigs. He got pretty good little shop over there. He's been moving the shop to a new location. He gets settled in. I need to try to get him to come on up here and do a show and show some of his stuff off.
yeah,
He started making crappie jigs about 2 years ago. And he first told me he's going to do it. I said, well, I said, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to make it's going to be a full-time commitment. And I knew that because I had already, dealt a little bit in making hand-tied jigs and selling them. And I couldn't make them fast enough. And I was just putting them on eBay, and I'd put them on eBay in the morning, and they'd be gone by 11 o'clock,
wow.
And I couldn't make them fast enough. There's no way that I could have kept up with the orders that he does. But when he first started that over there, they have different plastics, type of plastics that, different firmness of plastics. And we played with them a little bit to figure out which plastic we was going to use. Because you get them too soft, they tear up too easy.
Yeah.
But if you get them too hard, the action on them, it robs the action. So we finally settled on what we thought would work good, and boy, it's taken off. He's got all kind of colors. He makes custom colors, and but it's a full-time commitment. I think he stays about 3 or 4 weeks behind.
Wow.
On orders. I need to get him to come on the show sometime.
I get to fishing or get to feeling a little better. Rainy day, I got a bunch of lights to make up. I'll show you one of them when I get one of them done. I just ain't got it perfected yet. It runs off. It's a diode, and it's kind of like the Whisker Sticks lights. They'll run for all night and all day. I mean, they'll last a long time off the battery. But you can drop them in your mini bucket to light it up at nighttime. That way you can see which one you're getting. And they'll bring them out, dry them off, put them up. It don't hurt them.
I remember when we was kids, we used to take those. They used to have those lights, and they had them in a styrofoam deal. You dropped them in over the side of the boat and into the water, and it shined that light down in the water. Yeah, and boy, I tell you what, I remember when we was a kid, we used to catch them fish. You throw that thing down in there, and a little while, a bunch of minnows will show up, a bunch of bait fish, and all of a sudden, here come the fish.
Yeah. I made a couple crappie lights, runs off 12 volt. They're pretty bright. You can drop them off the edge, hook them onto a piece of PVC, and put a rod holder or something other, and let it set off the side of the dock. It'll light up a good area, and they're waterproof.
That old crappie house that I used to fish out of on Lake Whitney, it had two big floodlights that hung down from the ceiling above the water, and shined a tremendous amount of light on the water. And at nighttime, them bait fish would get up there and they'd go in a circle, but they all went in the same direction. And there may be 100 bait fish down there or more, and they all swim around in the same direction. But you cut that light off, or that light go out on one end down there, you wouldn't catch no fish on that end where there wasn't no light.
Yeah.
And of course, when I got with my wife, moved up here and started fishing in this place up here, they had lights, but they wasn't very bright, and the fish didn't bite at night as good. Didn't have enough light on the water. If they had more light on the water, probably would have done better. But they closed down now. They fixed to take that old I hear they fixed to take that old crappie house out.
Yeah, the lights I made, I found it over there fishing and stuff. Keith, green lights he made up. I think it's somewhere. I think I spent like $25 and I made two of them.
Yeah,
something like that.
And it does make a difference on catching them. It really does. You draw in a lot more bait fish with them.
Yeah, I've never got to use them yet. I ain't been out night fishing in a while like that on the boat. I got two of them to dangle off, one off the front of the boat and one off the side. But I'd say it would probably do pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I had planned to be doing fishing by now, but with this stuff going on with my health and my wife had some things planned, and so when we get back off this trip, I told her the other day, I said, "Yeah, it's time we're gonna start. I'm gonna start getting you up in the morning, go fishing." She don't fish. She's not much of a fishing person. Now she'll sit around and watch YouTube with me and watch fishing, but she ain't gonna fish. That's all right. I need her to film anyway.
Yeah. She catch one just one time, catch one nice little fish, and she'll be on it.
Yeah, when we first started dating, I took her fishing a couple times. My wife is more worried about the bugs than the fishing. She don't like any kind of bugs, but she'll go, but she ain't much on fishing.
Well, on the boat, I use solar lights from Harbor Freight, the rope lights, and it kind of keeps the bug situation down real low. You can see the walk and everything, and I was kind of shocked. They lasted almost 3 years sitting out in the weather. I like them so well, I bought some for the porch. It'll light it up enough at night to walk around on the porch, and the bugs don't come swarming into it all the time. So when I get back on the boat, I'm going to put some more on there.
Well, I used to go fish at night, and but I'd stay all night. Of course, I was younger then, but I'd stay down there all night and fish. And before all this stuff happened, when the place get closed down and everything, that's why we moved over here. I used to go fish about 3-4 days a week, and I could go down the sidewalk and be at the fishing barge in 10 minutes in a wheelchair. And
Yeah.
of course, that place closing down really kind of put a damper on that. And I'm gonna get fish a lot less than I did, but I'm gonna start trying to go at least twice a month, weather permitting.
Yeah, after this weekend, that blazer should be out of my garage. I still yet got to go unload a trailer of scrap and go pick the truck up and bring it over here. Ain't too much labor involved in that. I could set down if I have to, if I go to hurt until it goes away. But I get that over here. I get my garage back. I can bring my railings in there and get them all cleaned up, and prepped and painted, and then start on that.
Well, Don, maybe she's figured she's caught the biggest one of the day. It's time to go on home. Yeah.
Not mine.
Yeah. I see John Aller got him a boat. That's a big old boat he got.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at when I bought this one. I couldn't find one, and with the trailer and everything, and it was a 40-footer, but he didn't have a trailer, so that hurt me in a way because I couldn't find the trailer. At a real good price, I could have done all the work myself, but I bought this one here down there by the prison in Lucasville, and it run and everything. I said, well, I reckon that'll be all right. Because the 18-footer I got was good enough for 2 people. That's it. Any more than that, you're just riding around.
Uh, is he putting that boat in somewhere and leaving it? Is he gonna tow that sucker back and forth from the lake?
I guess he's towing it for right now. He's going to try to
That
drop
is
it in this weekend to see how it is. He's taking it out.
that is a big boat.
That could be a real nice boat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I had one that long, you could put 2 live wells, one on each side to balance the weight out. A lot of storage units. Well, that's kind of what I want to do to my 24-footer, and put some storage units in it. The seats, we got fishing chairs, so I want to leave most of it as open as possible.
There's my good buddy Mike's fishing home. Hello, Mike. Thank you for coming in. Uh, yeah.
Hey,
If
Mike.
I had a pontoon, if I had a pontoon boat, I'd want to have something big and kind of open, for the wheelchair. You need a lot of room for his wheelchair.
I'll show you mine when I get done. I'm wanting to try to move my railings to the front. I might have to do PVC gates for right now until I find the aluminum tubing, but mine will be wheelchair accessible when I get done with it.
Yeah. I'd like. That's about the only way I really could ever get in the boat anymore is if I could get the wheelchair on it. It's such a hassle for me to, get out of this wheelchair and crawl around. Of course, a lot of it is that I'm too heavy, but I'm good fishing on the dock. I really am. I have been fishing on the dock for so many years now that I bet I hadn't been in the boat 20 years. Hello, Art. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Say, Art.
And And of course, Art can show us you can catch a 92-pound catfish standing on the dock.
Yeah, you guys didn't see that sign up there on that van that says rent a fish, did you?
It said what?
Rent a fish. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That ain't dirty word. Oh, you're ate up. She's over trying to tell me your new name, Art, or your logo or something, or his motto.
Of course, I'm just joking.
Yeah, them taxes. Everybody got to get them taxes in, don't they? He says he
Art.
supplied.
Yeah, I reckon you do. That one probably cost $100, don't it, to rent
Yeah,
out?
I guarantee you somebody will pay big to rent that dude.
Yeah, that was a nice fish. I'm happy for
Art,
it. I'm glad he caught it.
what you need to do, Art, let me tell you how you can make a little money. What you need to do is get a fish like that. If you can figure out a way to keep him alive and good health, and get some of these folks to come in and take a picture with him like they do Santa Claus.
Oh, you mean y'all know who you're referring to? You're talking about John Parker, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Lay down next to that fish and take a picture like it's Santa Claus. Wow. That's a good looking fish, though, I got to tell you.
Yep, it sure was.
If I hooked in one like that, Ernie, I just have to let him have the rod. That's all there be to it.
No, not if I was around, you wouldn't. I'd
I'd
have
have to
that
tie him
rigged up
off with a wheelchair and drive him back up the dock. I guess I'd have to back him out.
Yep. Put two little chains, one on each side, hook it to your rod. Yep, we'll get it out there.
The 1958 horse and seahorse, 3 horsepower. I bet you somebody did that for it.
How much?
300.
For a 98 what? 3 horsepower?
Yeah.
They will.
58.
A
1958.
1958.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnson seahorse, 3 horsepower.
Somebody give me that for it.
Them boats is high right now.
This is just a 1958
Well, we ain't
motor.
getting that for it.
See, an old seahorse. I said, somebody give me that for it. Anybody that collects old boat motors will pay that.
Well, yeah, when that came.
And there's people that pay that that's going to use it. I got a 7.5 out there. I got to get points for and
Only if you're gonna
put
push
them
the
in. It
river.
runs real good. It's a Mercury.
Ain't taking their 3/4 on the river.
Have you been seeing any deer hanging around out there, Ernie?
After I quit putting the corn out, I seen a few down in the field 2 or 3 evenings in a row there. They was standing down there watching the roadway, and he would work himself towards my house, and he would stop. I come on in, and I imagine they still driving through here. But this year I'm going to start early. I figured to have.
You might ought to plant a food plot out there this year.
I'm going to scratch up the ground, throw some turnips in out there, and probably a few pumpkins. Let them grow up. They eat those too. So I'll hook them up. Felt like Santa stepped on his lap.
I hadn't hunted in a while. I hadn't really hunted since I got married. I hadn't hunted much, mainly because it's too cold on me sitting in a wheelchair out there. But I got to tell you something. If I was still single, I'd probably be out there hunting because that meat is ridiculously high.
Yes, sir.
I told my wife the other day, I said, this meat going to keep going up. I'm going to have to get in there and dust that lever action 30/30 off and get going to town.
Yeah.
Because, mercy.
Well, I told you, you got an open door here. I got heat out there. I got office chairs out there. You only have to shoot 10 yards. We'll take care of you.
10 yards. Let me tell you something.
Yep.
If I had a shot at 10 yards, I wouldn't even have to use a rifle. I got a 6-inch 357 Magnum to take care of a deer at 10 yards.
That's why I use a bow. It's
Yeah.
actually it's under 10 yards.
And I've killed a couple with a handgun. I killed one time with a 40 caliber Glock.
Oh,
First time I ever went handgun hunting, I killed one with it's my brother's gun. He was a policeman. And I said, well, I want to borrow your gun for a couple of hours this morning. I was trying to keep me a deer with it because this deer was coming around in them woods out there eating those acorns. And I killed one with that Glock. So, yeah, I hadn't been hunting in so long. They had down at my dad's place, which of course Dad's gone now. It's our place now, but you know, they let you shoot too many deer down there, in my opinion, and they thinned them out quite a bit. I think they've cut back on the numbers they'll let you shoot now down there, but people's killing too many, you know. I think people got to complaining they's eating their gardens up, but they shooting too many of them. But I think they've trimmed that back now.
yeah. Yeah, around here, we had that bug that come through and wiped out a bunch. That's why I don't shoot the does. But coming this fall, I'll probably have to take one or two.
Well, there was a guy last year at the last deer season, and I lived at the old house before my wife and I moved up here together. Before I moved up here with my wife, rather, there was a guy running up down the road out there shooting them off of people's place. He's driving up down the road shooting them, and they's trying to get him. They's trying to catch him, and he made the mistake of running up down the road there and shot a deer on somebody else's place, and the guy that owned the place happened to be up in the deer stand, and that's how they got him.
Huh.
What he was doing, he's shooting them deer, Ernie, and he was cleaning them and selling them, the meat.
Oh,
And he had about 10 deer in the freezer over there, and well, the time the game's going, Warden got done with him. He won't be doing that anymore for a long time.
yeah. I really don't care how many or how you get it. As long as you're eating it and it's getting 8.
That's right.
For you and your family, I don't care. You get 10, I'll come over and help you as long as you're eating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, that temperature drop like that makes it rough, buddy.
Yeah, that's one reason why I had been fishing. Well, of course, I had the pneumonia, but this weather, you get up in the morning and it's 45 degrees outside, and then by 1 o'clock, it's 75 degrees outside. But I wanted to get over this pneumonia because I didn't want to take no chances on that. But also, I wanted to have a chance to get over this other issue, these kidney stone. But I'm going to go. I'm going to try to get in a weekend before we go on this trip, at least for a few hours. But
yeah, here it's kind of like that too. It says 50 degrees tomorrow, 60. You look at it, it's cold. It starts warming up very slow. By 5 o'clock in the evening, it'll hit 50 or 60, and then by dark, it drops back down.
the wind, the wind has been blowing 30, 40 miles an hour here. That's another thing.
I don't know if they're all put together or not. Just bring them in there.
Yeah, well, the wind's blowing out here. Been like that all day with the rain.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, I would have. Well, it didn't really matter. I still had to stay around here. I was gonna say I would have probably went fishing, but waiting on that regrind for the driveway was kind of important because I could put it on thick, and this summer when it gets real hot, I can spray it with diesel fuel and run over top of it, and it'll pack itself back in.
Uh, well, she's getting all excited about going on a trip. She's worried about the last minute planning, and I got to make reservations, and so we probably won't get to fish before it's over with. But after that, she'll be ready maybe to go. I don't know. She's looking forward to the trip. I'm just looking forward to what I'm gonna get to sneak off down there in Houston and eat.
But, yeah, I heated up some leftover liver and onions.
Oh, I love liver and onions.
I made a tub of them yesterday and made 2 meals out of them.
My wife won't eat it, and I like chicken livers and gizzards. I like to get that.
I used to eat them too at KFC.
Yeah. My wife is not going to eat that. She's like, I don't know how you can eat those parts.
Yeah, I get them KFC livers and get a tub of gravy and dip them down in it.
Oh yeah. Oh
Make
yeah.
good fishing food there, buddy.
Catfish ain't the only one to eat chicken livers.
Hey, you got to become one with them to catch them.
That's right.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be long. I'll be out there messing with the bees. My gloves come today. That bee kit that come in the mail, this guy hooked me. When we ordered it, we thought it was coming from him. Well, he got online, ordered it from Amazon, and it was cheaper where he ordered it, and he just had it sent to us. That's how come there's a card in it that says a gift. I thought gifts was free.
What is it?
I got beehive tools. I got the smoker and all that, the brushes, and inside it said a gift from Morgan. Well, Chrissy ordered one, and I thought, well, mine ain't been shipped, but the guy she ordered from got online, Amazoned it, and had it sent to me, and I paid like $10 more when I got it from him. And I thought somebody had sent this to me. And evidently it wasn't. Inside the box it said a gift from Morgan. And I thought somebody on here, when I was mentioning it, sent it out. And it wasn't. It was the ones that we paid for.
There's a lot of people that's finding creative ways, and all of them, and sometimes they're not too ethical either, to make money. There's a lot of folks. There's a lot of folks out there using a computer and things to make money. Because if you look at the people that are looking for employees right now that can't find them, these folks have got to be making money some way or another because they still got to eat.
Yep.
They've just come up with, since this illness has happened, they have just come up with creative ways to make money off a computer, and a lot of them figured out how to do it where they ain't got to work, stand on the feet of the job.
And what got me growing up is you see these guys with real nice cars, they ain't working. They got all this nice stuff at their house. How they get it? I can't do that.
Now, and they figured out a way. They have figured out a way electronically to use a computer to turn money.
Yeah.
And the restaurants and things just talk about we can't find no employees. Well, they can't find no employees because these people have figured out ways since the C word hit to make money sitting at home.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them that's doing it too. Everybody's not making a living standing on their feet all the time. They've got to figure out how to do it. I don't know, but I bet a lot of it's Amazon and eBay. A lot of people do eBay too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people do eBay.
Some of the stuff on there you can buy brand new for what they're asking for. It's just like these little auctions you see online. We got one here locally, and some of the stuff they got on there you can go buy new at the store and get a warranty with it. I don't understand it. People will pay that plus more. I said, I can't believe this.
Well, you're right. And you know what it is, don't you, Ernie? It's convenience. It's convenience. People are starved. People are hooked on convenience, and a lot of time we're guilty of it too. We don't want to go to the grocery store all the time. Well, I order my stuff from Instacart, or the wife don't want to go to the store. And Mike here makes a good point. A lot of people in the restaurant have learned new skills because they're tired of the way people treat them. That's right. Yeah. And a lot of these folks is learned a way to stay home, make a living.
Yeah, it's like I told them guys up there at Forward Air when I worked up there on the dock. I said, boys, if I was y'all's boss and I wanted out of here early on a Sunday, I would take care of you. I will buy y'all's lunch next week one day. If you get me out of here Sunday early, I'll have your lunch waiting on you.
Yeah, they've learned new skills. They've learned new skills. They've learned how to do things besides stand in the kitchen or wait tables. Because I got to tell you, some of these folks that go in these restaurants are rude people, and they treat those people ugly. They're just trying to make a living like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I try to always treat people like I want to be treated. And remember that they're trying to get by just as well as everybody else. But they're learning new skills. You're right. They are.
That's like me. When I drove truck, I sold produce on the side. Well, I worked for Del Monte. I got in with all my customers down there. They all liked me. We was buying each other's breakfast. Next thing you know, I was put in the computer so I can buy produce from there. I buy it from Del Monte, and then I resell it. But I usually take orders from West Virginia, and I'll start like on a Wednesday. I'll crank the air conditioner on during the summer, down as low as it'll go in one room, and I start collecting the stuff. And then on the weekend, my last day, I'll take an extra day off of work, a vacation day, which I get 5 weeks a year when I work there. And I would haul it all down to West Virginia, make all the calls. By evening, it would all be gone. And if I made $1 or $2 off the case, I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
I was even selling around here locally, and the store guy over here, I think he got kind of upset because I was selling to his cashiers, and he caught me out there loading it in their car. But hey, you can't beat my prices. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and I see, a lot of these people, now working at home on a computer, and they've learned a new trade, like Mike was saying, because 4 or 5 months ago I didn't know how to do anything on YouTube or make thumbnails or do graphics or anything. I've learned a lot in 5 months. If you put your mind to it, you can learn a lot in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of these people are learning new skills. That's just like we went somewhere the other day. We went to Boston Market, I guess, and they didn't have no chicken. Now, if you ain't got no chicken in Boston Market, you got a problem.
Uh-huh.
And I think what it was is that they had chicken, they just didn't want to cook the chicken, so we ended up having to go somewhere else to get it. Anyway, well, okay, guys, it's about 10 minutes time before Catfish Weekly comes on, and I want to get off here and get my food heated up.
Okie dokie, buddy. I appreciate you having come up.
My 2 Herbalife shakes that I've had today are gone. It's time to eat.
Yeah, I hear you.
I appreciate you coming up, Ernie. I always enjoy visiting with you. I appreciate everybody to come in, chat, talking. We'll live stream tomorrow, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Probably play poker.
Well,
And then Thursday, I don't know what I'm going to do. Y'all come join me and talk a while.
If I ain't busy, I'll be there. You know that.
I appreciate you, Ernie, and hope you're feeling good. And let's keep everybody that's not feeling good in our thoughts and prayers. And thank you for being part of the Fishin Pond. I'll see y'all in chat.
All right, buddy. Take care, Mike, Don, everybody. Have a safe one.